Hello everyone, and the channel is with you in search of the best, and today I will tell you about Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 should be a FNAF crossover. Listen carefully and don't get distracted. Subscribe to the channel. I looked at the statistics and 94% of people are watching without a subscription. It's not difficult for you to subscribe to this channel, but I will be glad. Click on the like button if you want to continue. Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 should include the haunted animatronics of Five Nights at Freddy's. Here's why FNAF should come to the Playtime Co factory. Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 is still up and coming, but when Chapter 3 comes out, it should include a crossover with another hit indie horror title, Five Nights at Freddy's. It might seem unlikely, but the thought of two horror giants in one game is enough to make the heart race just thinking about it. It would no doubt require a lot of work, both on the game itself and legally between MOB Games and ScottGames, and it might be a bit of a long shot, but there's still the chance for CH3 to get a FNAF crossover. Poppy Playtime is heavily influenced by FNAF. Although running through the Playtime Co toy factory is a far cry from trying to survive against the haunted animatronics, the two still have a lot in common. The monster designs for Poppy Playtime and FNAF have some similarities, such as Huggy Wuggy's extra row of teeth, which many iterations of FNAF's monsters have shared. The themes of toys coming to life and becoming menacing monsters are something that both series use to great effect. They each have their own unique charm, but there's a certain familiarity between the two of them at the same time. The two games have similar themes, but they also have their fair share of differences, especially in terms of gameplay. FNAF has traditionally been a simple title, and Security Breach might have brought it closer to Poppy Playtime's semi-open world format, but both games would still need to adapt to each other somewhat due to things like Poppy Playtime's puzzles. Neither FNAF nor Poppy Playtime is safe for kids, and although they share jump scares, how they build up to them is also different. Why should there be a FNAF/Poppy Playtime crossover? The main reason that Poppy Playtime should cross over with Five Nights at Freddy's is due to both series' success. They've both become household names in the indie horror world, even if Poppy Playtime is a relative newcomer. They could both help each other, FNAF by lending Poppy Playtime its star power and expertise, and Poppy Playtime by injecting new life and fresh themes into FNAF. Together, they could make an amazing game, one that puts anything that either series has done alone to shame. It may be best as a non-canon spin-off, to avoid clashes with either series lore, but that could still be great. How the two would cross over is an exciting thought. If Kissy Missy is Poppy Playtime Chapter 3's monster, then it could stalk the halls of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. The animatronics could also come to Playtime Co, and it's tough to say which would be better. If the title decided to go truly meta, then the player character could be someone sitting down to play one game or the other, only for the two to somehow merge together on their PC or console. Even if Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 isn't an explicit crossover, it could still have some elements from FNAF. Even something as small as an Easter egg could benefit the next Poppy Playtime. It's a bit too soon to make predictions, but the series already takes a lot from FNAF, so adding in a similar feature like Security Breach sneaking could do some good. Poppy Playtime and Five Nights at Freddy's are both great game series, so the two meeting in some way or another has a lot of potential.